From the misty Pacific coast to the rugged Cascade Mountains and beyond to the high desert in the east, you are listening to the Oregon First Hunting and Fishing Podcast.
You're listening to an episode of the Oregon First Hunting and Fishing Podcast that was recorded with Mike Thompson at the Northwest Mountain Challenge. Mike has just successfully drawn his favorite elk tag in his home state of Idaho, and we decided to fire up the recording right there. Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Mike, tell me, are you happy or sad right now?
Super excited.
Super excited?
Yeah,
all right.
Go back to my unit.
Yeah,
There you
sweet.
go.
So how long were you in the queue and how many screens?
We had, between the 3 or 4 of us, we had like 15 screens open.
All right.
Maybe
Man.
16. Wow. So
Sweet. And it got the job done for you.
we did get the job done.
Yeah. So 2 tags total, right?
TJ and I both got our elk tag. Sounds like Brandon got his elk tag.
Okay, sweet.
Man, you guys had some great
Dude.
luck.
Yeah,
So-
we heard you across the vendor area hooting and hollering, and so we figured
Yeah.
something good happened.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was not quite ready for that.
Yeah.
The air really deflated out of my sails this morning. My wife sat in line all night to buy our elk
Jeez.
tags, and
Wow.
she gets to the counter, and literally they watched the last one disappear off the screen.
Jeez.
And
Yeah, that's
she had
awful.
been in line since 11 o'clock last night.
And that's because it's all of the in-person sales across the state.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
and this is one of the most highly sought after elk tags in the state. That's not a draw.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Even though it's not a draw, it still is the queue, so it's almost like a different version of a draw.
yeah, really it is.
Yeah,
I
because
mean, it's first
we don't
come,
have
first-
anything like that in Oregon.
Right?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're capped off. In my opinion, they should go to a draw for it.
Yeah.
It would save a lot of time and money for other people that they took time off work to try and get in that line, and
Well, that's why, and we're talking about Idaho here.
yeah,
That's why they just changed the non-resident one, was
Yep.
for that reason.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. They
But then
changed
they
it.
left the resident the same. I didn't know they'd left it the same.
They did. So there's certain general units that are capped at a certain amount of tags.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And yeah, so we've talked to a lot of people, and they all feel the same. Like, this should be a draw.
Yeah.
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 So
Man. Well,
That's such
here we
a
are,
foreign
Mike.
concept.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's so weird. It's just like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do a capped quota on a tag, like, that's a draw tag.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Interesting.
congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. I'm
Yeah.
glad that this isn't a somber conversation. But so now we can talk elk hunting,
Right?
and you know what you're aiming for.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love elk hunting.
And
Awesome.
that's a bow tag, right?
It is a bow tag.
Cool.
Yep.
So
Better be,
yep,
right?
I am so pumped.
Yeah, dude.
So
Well, for the listener, thanks for tuning in. This is the Oregon First Hunting and Fishing Podcast. I'm Bryant. I'm your host, joined here by 3 of what I'm going to call my co-hosts, because, Mike, you've been on this podcast more than anyone else.
I know.
This is like the 4th time, right?
Honorary
Yeah,
co-host
there we
Mike
go.
Thompson with Best Life Outdoors.
Yep.
And joined with Gage and Jericho. We're
Yes,
here at
sir.
the Northwest Mountain Challenge at our vendor booth, so you might hear noises from Rival Customs making custom hats, or Boaz with Financially Outdoors trying to make those sales. Right, Boaz?
I don't got nothing to sell.
All right. You probably didn't hear that. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. And in this episode, we are going to talk about elk hunting, because I think Jericho has been elk hunting for a long time. Gage and I are both still pretty wet behind the ears. And so we're excited to be able to glean from Mike, from all of his
Oh, yeah.
expert. But one of the things, though, that I know that you're passionate about is elk calling.
Oh, I love elk
And
hunting.
you've got some good tips for us there.
Yeah, I love the conversation that can be had between a person and an elk,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Talking to elk is a chess match,
Yeah.
Yes.
and you have to be able to understand what they're saying
Mm-hmm.
and how to respond to that, right?
Yeah.
And same thing in chess. Like, you understand what their move is, and then how to respond to that move.
Are you a
And-
big chess man?
I was for a long
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was in math, we would take turns going against our math teachers.
Oh, sweet. All
And
right. That's cool.
we play chess matches against
Yeah.
them in
That's
school.
cool.
So
Sweet.
Interesting.
So you
Yeah.
think of your perspective of the world revolves around math, and so that's how you use.
Yep.
Or not math, chess.
Chess.
That's how you see the chess and the elk hunting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Has it
And
helped you?
Really, it is though.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, you're in their home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they know where to go. They know all the moves to make, and you have
That's
to
true.
dictate on what you're going to do off of what they do.
That's a big part of it.
Really?
Yeah.
So like you're playing defense, and your whole goal is to catch them in their one slip, and now you're on offense.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a chess match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I get humbled by a lot, because I have my hunting spots that I know super well. And
Yeah.
to me, it's like I don't feel like I could know them any more than I do. I've hunted them 1,000 times, but I'm in there for a
Yeah.
day at a time compared to the animals that are there day in, day out. They know where to hide. They know where the temperature drops 5
Yep.
degrees randomly
Yep.
in this little
Yep.
tiny crevice.
Yep.
And, yeah, we got to always remember that, right?
Yeah. Well, and they know exactly what bench to bet on. They know exactly where to go, what to do.
Yeah.
And so really like elk hunting starts.
Yeah.
For me, it starts the day after
Uh-huh.
the last elk season ended.
Mm.
Mm.
The people who kill elk say that.
Yep.
I wish I could say that for myself.
Kevin and I, we were going through our Onyx maps because Kevin
Yeah.
Moran was hunting with me, and I told him, I said, sometimes you can catch elk in these images, and within 10 seconds, like I was like found this wallow, and I zoomed
Really?
in, and you could clearly see there was a bull at the wallow.
No
Wow.
way.
Right? And so then we started
Wow.
scrolling through the meadow, and now we found like a herd of 40 elk in the meadow pictured.
No way.
So I pinned that
Does
spot.
it tell you how old the photo is?
It was from like a year and a half prior.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I
News to
pinned
me.
that spot, and we went in there. The first time I went in, I bugled, and the wolves started going off. And I was like, well, this stinks. And Kevin hadn't been with me yet. I was like, well, this
Yeah.
blows, right? And
Yeah.
So we backed out, and we went to a different spot. I called the spike bull in later that day. But, non-resident tag in Idaho. I'm here for 2.5, 3 weeks. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
killing a spike bull the first day I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right. So we moved on, and Kevin showed up the next day, and we got into another area. And again, it was super foggy and stuff, and we had Gabe with us, and I'm bugling and cow calling and just trying to sound like a herd moving through the brush, right? There's 3 of us, we're breaking everything, and Gabe goes, hey, can you guys, like, look behind me? Like, what's that? Like, this guy's never been elk hunting before.
That's cool.
We look over, and there's a spike bull standing there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And this spike bull,
What did he think it was?
he knew it was like an elk, maybe.
Yeah, like an animal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, there's definitely an animal there.
Yeah.
So then, like, I called the spike bull in the rest of the way. We had him at broadside, 17 yards.
Wow.
And
No
here's
way.
Gabe the whole time. You gonna shoot him? You
Yeah.
gonna shoot him? You gonna shoot him? He's like, dude, we passed on a spike bull bigger than this one
Yeah.
yesterday. No.
That's
So,
awesome, though.
Yeah. So
Man,
we.
what a good experience as a first-time hunter, right?
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, I would have shot it, and I was like, as your first bull,
As your
you
first bull?
should.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Like if
Definitely.
a bull like that comes in, absolutely take
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
There
But
is
he didn't have a bow in his hand, did he?
no, he didn't have a tag.
Yeah.
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 So, believe it or not, this guy and I met on Xbox.
No way. What? What were
Yeah.
you playing?
We were playing Call of Duty.
There we go. Wow.
We met on Xbox,
Wow.
and now he's like one of my best friends over in
No
Caldwell.
way.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Small world.
Yep.
Wow.
That's
So,
crazy.
Super cool. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Gabe went home that day, so Kevin and I, we decided, like, let's go scout the rest of the areas out, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're driving around and everything, and we were cutting elk tracks and stuff, and we just weren't seeing what we wanted to see. We went back in the next morning.
Yeah.
We had a big bull run across the road in front of us. But
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
it just,
Like he was interested in you and came around, or
no,
he just...
too dark outside. We were
Oh,
driving
got
down the
it.
road, and he ran
Yeah.
across in front.
Uh-huh.
And I just looked at Kevin. I said, dude, like, I don't know what we're doing here.
Sure.
I was like, there's a lot of people here. Like, we've got to go somewhere else. And the reason there was a lot of people is that there was cell phone service.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting.
And
I never made that connection before.
Stanley's not very
Yeah.
far away. There was a lot of cell phone service. We're like, let's go. We're out of here. So we went to a different area, and we pulled up Onyx and stuff. And I said, let's go check this area out.
Yeah.
And so as we're driving down the road and we're in that area, I'm just constantly seeing elk tracks crossing the road. And I said, dude, let's go hit this draw. So we went back up, hit the draw, found a wallow. I started thrashing it. We
Yeah.
called a cow and a spike bull in.
Wow.
Sweet.
Lots of spikes.
And it was like, cool.
So
still
there's
not
elk.
what-
There's elk there.
There's elk there, right?
Yeah.
And so then we go to the next draw, and there's 3 wallows there. One of them is like really thrashed. And so I took a
yeah.
stick and I thrashed
A
it.
wallow is where elk roll in the mud to get their scent and to cool off. So for the listener, my 5-year-old son Ezra's sitting here listening, and he might be piping in some questions. But Anyway, Mike, you found the wallow.
So we found this wallow, and I start thrashing it, right? And it's still pretty freshly used. So I know there's a bull not far away. And I start thrashing, and I'm screaming and thrashing
Yeah.
and screaming. And
Well,
just
hold on.
really-
You're thrashing.
I'm thrashing the wallow. So I ain't taking a stick,
Really?
and I am beating the heck
So
out
you're
of this wallow.
splashing mud.
Yeah,
And hitting,
I sound.
okay.
I want to sound like I'm the bull
I've never thought of
in
doing
the
that
area, smashing this wallow.
before. Yeah.
I'm raking this tree that's right next to me. I'm going
It's-
back to the
it's the
wall and
afternoon at
thrashing
this
it.
point.
It's afternoon, yeah. We're
Wow,
2:30,
cool.
3 o'clock.
Sweet.
And all of a sudden, we get this bull that didn't know he was even there. Like, we kind of figured he was.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, this bull stands up, and he just starts screaming off
All
the
right.
hillside.
Oh,
And we're like, oh.
Here
we
He's
go.
probably the bull from that wallow.
Yeah.
So someone's in my wallow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's coming in, and I'm not kidding you. I mean, all he has to do is come around the knob of the hill. Kevin is ready,
Yeah.
and he's going to smoke this bull at like 25 yards.
wow.
Man.
And the wind just goes right down, hits
Yeah.
the back of our necks. That bull blew out of there, and I was
Oh,
like, well, that's
jeez.
done.
Yeah.
I hate that, man.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It was super cool,
There's
though,
like
right?
nothing you can
That's
do.
an amazing experience.
Yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
So that night, we found another spot on the edge of a place we call the island. And we get out of the truck. Kevin and my son are with me,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just kind of chilling, hanging out. I just wanted to throw a bugle over this valley. Well, I hit a bugle, and all of a sudden, a bull fires off like 200 yards from us.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
And mind you, like, this is a main dirt road.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, there's no way we're going to pull this bull across,
Yeah.
but we're going to try it.
Yeah.
And so we set up, and the bull came in so fast that Kevin did not have time to get to the spot he needed to get to.
Oh my goodness.
And now we have a 6-point bull broadside at 95 yards.
Oh, no.
And unfortunately, like, we're in a spot where it's like, he can see.
Is it like
Yeah.
wide open?
It was wide open.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, he can see. But he can't, like, we're still covered in the brush, so he can't tell where we're at.
Uh-huh.
A truck drives by us, and I heard the truck coming, so I stopped bugling.
Yeah.
All right, so elk hunting is all based on realism.
Yeah.
All right. If a bull is screaming and whatnot, you watch. The moment a truck starts driving down that road and he can hear it, he stops. Okay. Most of the time, those bulls just, especially the big ones, they're done. They don't
Yeah.
do it anymore. This truck drove by us, went around the corner, got about a quarter mile away, parked, got out, slammed his door shut. Bugled once, nothing. Bugled twice. The bull is looking at him like we're watching the bull.
Right.
All right.
What?
The guy gets done with the second bugle. Bull never pipes off. He walks away, or he drives off, and I wait for that truck to get completely quiet. And then I rip the bugle, and the bull fires right back up.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Okay, so that's a realism situation, right?
Yeah.
They know that trucks mean people, which means hunters, which means bad,
Yep.
right? So if you're going to be bugling at bulls and stuff, and you are going to be doing it from the road, you need to be giving it time.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to be waiting your turn.
Yeah.
All right? You've got to let the air clear out. You got to make it sound like, okay, we're good.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right? And then, again, I'm not parking and challenging either. This guy parked, ripped a monster challenge bugle
Like off the road.
right off the road.
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened that's made you go, I'm going to park here
Yeah.
and challenge?
Yeah.
I have an honest question. What if it's like a gated road that you walked in on? Is that different, or do you still try not to bugle from the gravel?
If it's a gated road and I've walked in on it, elk walk like gated roads all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because elk are so big that they want path least resistance, right?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what they're going to do as well.
Okay.
So
So it's not necessarily that it's a road; it's that it's a drivable road.
it's a drivable road, and the truck drove by us.
Yeah.
Okay? Anytime you're on a drivable road, you need to give it time if you're going to pull over and park and bugle.
Yeah.
Okay?
How much time do you think?
I usually give it like at least 5 minutes.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least 5 minutes. I want it quiet.
So it's
I
not
want
half
the
an hour.
I
Yeah.
want the thought of the truck out of that bull's mind.
Yeah.
So, in situations like that, you said that the guy ripped off a monster bugle.
Yeah.
When is it appropriate to do a monster bugle? Is it only in response to when you hear a big old monster slobbery bugle?
No.
Okay.
So there's multiple times to do monster bugles,
Yeah.
right? One of them is if you have a bull that is doing location bugles,
Okay.
right? And he's bugling here, and then he goes 300 yards. He's bugling there, and he goes 300 yards, and he's bugling there, right?
Yep.
And you can't keep up with them, right?
What is he looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to keep up with him.
Yeah.
All right, usually I'm in a spot where he's ridge running.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's looking for not just cows, but he's looking for herds with a hot cow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
The response to that bull is going to be a stay back response.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
I am now
Okay.
being defensive, and I am telling that bull stay away.
That makes sense.
Because I have a hot cow.
Right.
Yeah.
That bull is going to go, that's what I'm looking for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill that bull in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I am now going to set that in that bull's mind that I have a hot cow,
Yeah.
and he's going to want to come in. Why? Because he's got a sniffer.
Yeah.
He's got to know, is she ready to breed right now? Is she ready to breed tomorrow? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
because a cow's going to be bred by 8 different bulls,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
true.
not just the herd bull.
Yeah.
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 And there's only a 12 to 18 hour window for her.
Wow.
Phew. Wow.
So
yeah.
if like just let's speak realistically here, like a prepared hunter in a decent unit, how many times a season can they expect to experience something like that? Because I've never experienced a bull running a ridge bugling by himself, but I also could be a lot more prepared.
Mhm.
So I'll take credit for that. But at the same time, that scenario sounds
Yeah.
insane. Like I don't know, I would be so over my head if I
Yeah.
ever experienced that.
Yeah.
Like, is that something where it's like that's your chance that season? It's gonna happen.
No.
Okay.
No. So ridge runners don't happen real often. Normally they know where the herds and stuff are at.
Sure.
A lot of times it's a bull that's, new to the area,
Oh, okay.
knows what's kind of going on, things like that.
Yeah.
But for me, I typically find a ridge runner bull at least once or twice a year.
Really? Okay.
But
That's cool.
I'm also not your typical elk hunter.
Sure.
Okay, I usually am opening day to end of
Yeah.
season. I'm out there, sun up to sundown. Like that's typically about where I'm at.
Yeah.
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 And you start the year before, essentially.
And essentially I'm scouting the year on Onyx.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'll start scanning draws, and I will
Yeah.
start looking at places where I feel that there's going to be a wallow,
Yeah.
where I feel that there's going to be a bench 3/4 of the way down, or 3/4 of the way up the north side slope.
Sure.
I'm going to look for those saddles in between the peaks of the hills. Because you could walk over the peak, or you could walk over the saddle and get to the same place, right?
Yep.
Right.
Elk are the same way.
Mm.
So if you were to find a good, heavily used area, go find a saddle,
Yeah.
and then take a gander. And look
Yeah.
how much animal traffic is in these saddles.
Mm-hmm.
People don't look at that.
Yeah.
A lot of guys go, I'm going to go to the peak, and I'm going to bugle.
Yeah.
Bulls don't do that.
But we sure do.
Show me the one
Yeah,
time that you
people
ever seen
do.
a bull stand on the peak and bugle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good point.
Huh.
They don't.
Yeah.
I think
That is what we do, though.
you've dropped a couple of really great little tidbits, like realism. Like, obviously, we want to be as real as we possibly can. But how do we know how to replicate realism if we don't know the behavior of an elk?
So a lot of it's going to
You
be
know.
studying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
For me, it was a lot of days in the field
yeah.
and realizing like, hey, this worked, but this didn't work. So we're going to try this again. And all of a sudden this didn't work.
Yeah.
Well, why did it not work? And one day I was listening to a podcast, and it was Paul Medell,
Okay.
who is the elk
yeah,
nut,
elk
Yep.
nut.
Yep.
right? And I was listening to him, and I realized what he was saying, and I was listening to it, and I went, this all makes sense now.
It clicked.
Yeah.
Like, this all makes sense.
Yeah. How often, when you're e-scouting and you're finding all the draws and all the wallow potential spots, do you find that you're correct in that, especially when with finding sign?
Yeah. I have a lot of experience with elk.
Mm-hmm.
So I will probably hit more than most,
Yeah.
but I've hit probably about 95% now.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
So over 9 times out of 10, you find a spot on an X that you think there's going to be elk in. There's probably elk there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
by the map. So
just
not
by
knowing,
just by looking at the maps, never being there before.
not knowing
um,
pressure, not knowing where the feed is.
Yep.
You can tell that by the map.
I'll look at the map and I'll just be like, okay, this is where they're feeding. This is probably where they're eating, sleeping. This is probably their water. I will go and find areas that have multiple access points, that have multiple exit points, so they can have bailouts in case something gets, they
Yep.
get scared or whatever.
Wow.
And then I will search where a draw feeds a draw, where a draw feeds that draw, and I will walk that draw and I will glass up the hills probably 150 to 200 feet,
Wow.
and I will be looking in those draws, and I typically will find 1 or 2 wallows in those draws.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Man.
That's a fantastic little tidbit. I'm gonna mark away.
We already answered that, buddy.
So,
So you're below looking up at the wall. Up
I
the
typically
draws.
will start down.
Okay.
Because if I do kill a bull, it's easier to go down than it is to go back up.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So I will also try and find areas where I think that there's less traffic.
Yeah.
And I also try and find pockets that people are going to overlook and miss.
Yeah.
So we went to Oregon. I had never hunted it before. I have Kevin with me. And we're driving down the road, and I looked over, and I just slammed on the brakes. And Kevin was like, what are we doing? And I was like, grab the cameras, grab the salt. And we walked in, and I don't think we got 200 yards in. We jumped the bull out of his bed.
Wow.
He just knew. He felt it.
I just,
Yeah.
I knew that was holding elk.
Uh-huh.
And actually, that was the draw. I had my most elk encounters that year.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are just magnetized to those specific areas. It's kind of like steelhead, maybe.
Yeah, they have those areas they want to be in, right?
Yeah.
It's got to have really good solid cover. They
Mm-hmm.
don't like bedding out in the sun. They're big animals. They're hot. If it's warmer temperatures, you're gonna be looking definitely on north-facing slopes. If it's cooler temperatures, you're gonna be looking on those south-facing slopes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like if you had a run where it's like rain and snow for 2 or 3 days, and then the sun comes out, I'm immediately going to a south-facing slope.
Oh, yeah. They just
Okay.
want to warm up.
They just want to be warm up. They want to dry out, just
Yep.
like the rest of us, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of opposite, though, if it's been hot and dry, right?
Yeah, if it's been hot and dry, I'm going to be looking for areas where it's really dark, really shady. The dirt's a lot cooler. There's water not far away. There's feed not far away. Timber is usually, if I'm seeing ponderosas and it's a lot of them and no firs, I'm not in there. I'm looking
okay.
for a lot of areas where it's heavy fir timber. And it's not just for their bedding areas, right? If you're calling to elk, you want them to come in the range that your bow and you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
And if they can see you outside that range, then you're hosed,
Yeah.
right? So
That's so true.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my experience. That's so true.
Yeah.
So you gotta think about all that stuff. So when I'm scouting, I'm looking for those areas on those hillsides where I feel that timber is gonna be really thick. And don't get me wrong, like there's been times where I'm like, this is gonna be great, and I get in there and there ain't jack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You right? And it just happens. But I'm not erasing that spot altogether.
Because it's good habitat.
Because yeah, it's great habitat, right? You can go in there out later in the season where nobody's been in there, and those elk have been pushed into that.
Yeah.
So it's you just gotta understand what the elk want. They don't want pressure. If you find an area that there's no elk in it early season, wait till late season.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that I've noticed with that is it seems like, and maybe this is a Roosevelt thing, if it's different than Rockies for some reason, but the Roosevelt elk that I hunt never go very far when I bump them or something, or you just find them.
Yeah.
They usually stay nearby. But also, they will move, though, throughout the season, as in there's one particular spot that the elk are always in after we get the first rain. Before the first rain, they're never there. And I've wasted weeks of my life hunting them in this spot in the dry.
Yeah.
As soon as it rains, 2 days later, they're there every single time. And I think it's just something about how they don't spend 365 days a year in the same spot like a deer might.
Yeah.
Versus like the elk are using different spots throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
And so is that something that you've noticed with the Rockies too?
Rockies are, once I lock into a spot, if there's not a lot of pressure, they're just there.
They're just there.
They're just there.
So
if
like
their
beginning of
feed, their
September
water,
to the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
If their feed, water, and bed is there, and they're not being pressured, they're not leaving.
Yeah. Because why would they?
Yeah, you got everything you need.
Sure.
However, you push them out, unlike a Rosie where they might go 200-300 yards away.
Yeah.
No, those Rockies, they're 3, 4, 5 ridges over.
Oh, really?
Running in the next county, hitting the next state, saying see y'all later.
Which
right?
that can be so deflating as
Oh, yeah.
like for us an Eastern Oregon hunter or something, you know, super deflating.
Well, Gage and I got to hunt turkeys east with David Van Epps this year, and he hunts the Rockies east, which we don't. And he was telling us about how they'll travel miles and miles between food and bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our elk don't do that.
No,
they bed where
do
they
not.
eat. You know?
Yeah. I think that's just because there's so much more food in the coastal range.
That might be.
And, and
Because
our
what's
elk
the point?
are used to the pressure. They're used to the logging. They're used to
dude,
we're in the
you
OHV area most of the time.
Yep.
They're
You
used
can't
to
get 200 yards away from a road.
hearing 2 strokes all day long, and
Yeah.
and so they might go over the hill and then back again, and just depending on where people are at. But I mean, back to your calling from the road and waiting 5 minutes. I shot over the back of a bull doing that exact same thing. He was right at the top of a mountain where people were parked, trucks were going by, and I thought that couldn't be a bull. That's somebody bugling up there,
Yeah.
It was
Sure
a bull.
enough.
I went over there and called him in 20 yards and thought he was further and shot him over his back.
Yeah, like
So,
the bull that I didn't pursue.
Yeah.
That I heard the bugle. It was like 8 in the morning, heard the bugle, and I'm like, that's a person. That is a turnout on one of the biggest main lines in this whole range. That's a person. Hunt, for a few hours, work my way down there eventually, and sure enough, freshest rubs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like they were there. Like
Yeah.
that was an elk. And it's like, it's so frustrating
Yeah.
when you make that call and you're wrong.
Yep.
So your story, going back to your story earlier, when you were in the wallow making a big racket, mimicking the elk, do specific maybe herd elk or maybe dominant elk, do they kind of own a wallow and they want to keep other elk out of it, other bulls, or is it communal?
Some are communal.
Yeah.
Some are, this is mine.
Yeah.
Okay. You have very territorial bulls, and he doesn't want anybody else in there.
Mm-hmm.
This is mine. So it really is going to depend. I took my wife into a unit, and there was a wallow that I knew existed. And it was an absolute giant wallow. We could have parked 2 of my trucks in it.
Wow.
My big Dodge.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And I told her about it, and I said, hey, we're going to go in there, and I'm gonna bugle and scream. Let's just see what happens. And there was nothing. Like, we didn't hear anything. So I started thrashing the wallow, and I was bugling and screaming and thrashing, and then a bull piped off.
Oh, yeah.
And then another bull piped off. And then another bull piped off. And before you know it, we had 4 bulls from different angles
Oh my goodness.
crashing down on us.
Man.
And they didn't like that there was an intruder bull. Like, it was a communal wallow, but they didn't like an intruder bull hitting where they all like to be.
Yeah.
So there's elk are just different. They do all that kind of stuff. I don't know. The elk are just
Elk or elk.
Hard
Elk
to
or
say.
elk.
And they are where they are. And they do what they do.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you figure them out, they change.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But no, that wallow, I actually I screwed up on a bull the year prior to that on that very wallow. He came in and I pulled my bow away from my face. I wasn't paying attention. I was just kind of like looking back at him, and I like reached up and I was getting that bow close back to my face so I could set it, and I touched the release. And I just set my arrow. I was like, oh.
Ugh,
That's the worst.
It was rough.
Man.
But yeah. So big thing with your off season is you need to learn to like this goes for everybody, is don't be afraid to call, right? But you need to practice during the off season, and I'm not saying practice to get good at making sounds. You need to get practice to get good at making the right sounds.
Which has been my biggest failure of learning how to call, you know.
yeah.
'Cause I know like 3 different sounds. And I just kind of, I don't know how to speak the language like you said.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned earlier, the bulls are saying different things, you know.
Yeah.
I got on a herd and I was on it for 10 hours one day, and the bull was piping off every time I bugled, but he wouldn't come in. And a satellite bull came in behind me that I didn't see, but the big bull had his cows and he wouldn't come. But he would bugle every time. And I finally got between him and some cows, and I thought, okay, this is it. He's coming. He shut up. He didn't say a word.
Yep.
I sat there for 30 minutes thinking, okay, I'm just going to let things cool off. He's got to come through here. His cows are up 40 yards from me right up on the hill. Wouldn't come. Cows fed off. I bugled, and he answered down in the bottom again.
Wow.
It was so frustrating.
Yeah.
Do you think he came up and looked at you or smelled you or just didn't want to commit? He's been hunted too much?
Was the wind blowing downhill?
No.
Or was it blowing up?
It was blowing up. So I had good wind. I knew exactly where. I was like, they're right here.
You're like, this is it.
The wind's blowing up this way behind me, and I thought he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Nope.
Yeah.
Never did it.
Man.
So I don't know if that satellite bull kind of had him like, I got enough cows down here. I don't need to mess with you. You could have them or what. But
Yeah.
but
It sounded like the satellite one, he saw you,
yeah.
and he was like, oh, and he kind of looped back around and just told the bull, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Or
Reporting to commander.
Yeah.
or you said something that he didn't like,
Yeah.
and so he was going to position himself around you to see without you knowing
Yeah.
that he was looking for you.
Yep.
Um,
I've had him do that.
Yeah.
So those are 2 options that he could have done. The other one is that a lot of times a bull will bed like 100+ yards from their cows.
Yeah.
So if
Yep.
the cows are like just kind of meandering around, right?
Yeah.
That bull is like, I'm ready to bed. He will bed 100 yards. It's not uncommon to be
Yeah.
away from the cows.
Okay.
You want to know something? Every time you say something like that, that's like a mess up thing or a negative thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I've had that happen. Oh yeah. And every time you're talking about something good happening, I'm like, whoa, that can happen? They can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when we just talk about calling,
Yeah.
it's not horrible idea to get on YouTube and to listen what a bull's doing and kind of pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
And see how that bull is, utilizing his bugle and what the cows are doing, what the other bulls around him are doing.
Yeah.
And then also getting on to the Elk Nut app,
Yeah.
right? Paul Medell and his team created an app. Every cow sound that they can identify, every bugle they can identify, what it means, how to make that sound, but how to also respond to that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Because
that's
so big.
that's another thing you got to try to learn how to respond to it.
Yeah.
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 That's where I'm at a loss.
And I love how Paul put it out. You don't go to China and learn Chinese. You go to China and you learn bathroom,
Yeah.
hotel, restaurant,
Right.
and then everything else that's in between, it just kind of falls into place and you kind of gather a little bit of it,
Yeah.
but you need to know the key points, right?
Right.
Yep.
And how to ask it and how to answer it,
Yeah.
okay? Same thing with an elk. You got to understand, what a challenge bull is, what a location bugle is, what a lip ball means,
Yeah.
and how to answer those when you hear them, and understand when a bull has been pressured too much
Yeah.
and you need to get him to invite you over with a cow call.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right? And you need to go that route as well. So listening to other podcasts, YouTube or whatever,
Yeah.
and reading books and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like that's all. It's all super important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a huge thing for me, since and I'm just speaking from my personal experience in the elk world, which is so minimal, and just being a hunter in general, I didn't grow up with it or anything like that. You learn a lot from your mistakes, and I've said this before on the podcast, but you learn so much more when you're successful, or if you just have those little experiences where you're like, oh, they really like that. They really like that noise I made, or they really like that cadence of how I'm calling. More like for me personally, it's just more like turkey hunting, because I've had a lot more experiences with that. And I think that is not maybe talked about enough, is just getting out there, even without your bow or rifle, and just talking or just being around the elk and listening to what they have to say. Like if you're driving down a highway and you see an elk herd, pull over and just listen, if they allow it. Because I've done that a few times, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they make those noises. Like, I think that's so important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and back to that scenario, I had been on that bull. I heard him bugle before I had bugled at him. He had bugled that morning. I was driving down the road, and I heard it, and I pulled over, and I messed up when I was there, because I shouldn't have called him on that side, because I called him on the side I was on and realized I didn't have enough real estate there as far as legal property that I could hunt on, because there's a chunk of warehouser there, and then it got into watershed where the elk were. And so I was like, if I call him onto this piece, I only have this much room. If I shoot him here, it's not going to be good. He's easily going to be onto the watershed, and then I'm out of luck there. So I mistakenly called him, and I heard him cross the river and come up that side, and then I'm like, what am I doing? I gotta stop. So I just quietly waited probably 30 minutes, and then I drove around the other side and got back on him. He had the whole herd in there, and so I was with him all day long, and pretty aggressive on him after that. So, but
and remember that elk also have boundary lines, especially herd bulls. They have a boundary that they will not go past, especially with their cows.
Yeah.
Right?
Interesting.
So
is it a territory thing or a safety?
I think it's a safety thing.
Okay.
Because we were in Wyoming, and it was me and Dave John, and we bugled at this bull, and he shot off the hill that we call Devil's Backbone, because it is super steep, and it is very thick timber, and the bottom on the other side is marsh.
Oh, wow.
Right? So there's only one way to pack this bull out. And we got down there, and I'm bugling at the bull, and I'm cow calling, And the bull is coming to a spot. He's leaving his cows. He's coming to a spot, but he will not cross this line. And Dave said that he watched this bull 4 different times leave his cow, come to that spot, bugle and cow call, and want me to come to him, and I couldn't, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that bull eventually realized, like, hey, I'm out of here, and he just took his herd and went up the mountainside.
Wow.
And we firmly felt that was a safety thing for that bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When my wife killed her bull, that was kind of the scenario. This bull came running down the road to me calling, saw us, turned around, ran back into the reprod, and we hopped off the side of the road, and I called again, and he wouldn't come back down to the road. He just stayed up on the opposite side of the road at like 60 yards and was just thrashing and chuckling, and just we kept him there for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't come closer. He stopped. He just would not come. And my wife at that time was shooting an Amazon bow, and I said, "You're not shooting anything over 20 yards." And so I was like, "You can't shoot him there. Like, that's too far." So eventually we let him walk off a little ways and cross the road to where he was comfortable, and called him back into 13 yards, and she shot him.
Oh, that's awesome.
With an Amazon bow.
With an Amazon
and killed
bow.
him.
Yeah.
Heart shot him and
Perfect.
You can do
Yeah.
it, folks. You can do it.
ran off
Yep.
40 yards and died. But that's that safety thing. He had already seen us on the road. He knew something
Yeah.
was off.
That's one of the
and
craziest
so he
things
wouldn't
about that.
wouldn't come back to the road, but he come right above it, and I mean open hillside, just
Yeah.
walking back and forth, thrashing trees, but
Yeah.
so
Man,
Yeah.
listening to your guys' stories just gets me all jacked up. I got the tingles now. I want to get out there and have some of my own stories, you know?
Right.
So we're up here at the Northwest Mountain Challenge, and between the 3 of us, we've got a little bit of a wager. Whoever loses the most arrows has to buy Dairy Queen on the way home. And I want to try to get into Gage's head a bit more. You know,
Oh, yeah.
So when you're up there and you're drawing on one of those 3D bull targets, we'll be like, oh, okay, Gage, just think about it this way. You know, you've been working hard all season. You've been hunting for weeks, and you finally have your one opportunity. Don't mess it up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. That'll definitely get in my head.
Especially on some of those 80-yard long bombs.
Oh, yeah. I'll be taking lots of those this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, we got it. It's our wager. We got to
Yep.
shoot at every target. So
Yep. Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
But so the other thing that Ezra hit on
Yeah.
was your timing and cadence, and I think you also hit on it.
Mm-hmm.
Was that and cadence is super important. You know, it's no different than your wife or you leaving and going somewhere, and them or you calling back and, hey, everything all right? Like, that's taking a little long. Like, you all good? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Right? But
Yeah.
that cadence started throwing some red flags. Right?
Yeah.
The same thing goes for elk hunting.
Hmm.
If you can get a bull to invite you over with a cow call, you don't walk and try and call the bull over to you.
Got
You
it.
don't sneak on him. You run at him. Elk don't hide from elk.
Got it.
Okay? So if that bull invites you over, you need to answer that bull with an accepting cow call.
And that's as you're walking through the woods, cow calling, and then a bull bugles at
So I usually already have the bull bugling,
you. Okay.
right?
Oh,
I,
you're bugling
you've,
together.
you've located
So
him.
I've located
He's kind of
this
inviting
bull.
you.
Okay.
and usually this is gonna be higher pressured bulls
Uh-huh.
where he's been harassed by multiple hunters,
Mm-hmm.
and they've all keep screwing up on him, and they're not going where they need to go, and that bull will wait for a cow that has accepted his invite. In 21, I was in Wyoming, and I did this exact scenario. There was a bull across the way, and I'd located him by bugling. And he bugled back, but it was just like a I'm over here bugle, right?
Got it.
So then I started cow calling to him, and I got real whiny, and I'm raking and stuff. And I finally got that bull. It took about an hour. But I finally got that bull out of his bed, and he actually invited me over to where he's at.
Interesting.
And I started doing what we would consider a puppy dog whine with my diaphragm, and I'm running down the mountain.
I wish you had some calls with you to show us this stuff. Man.
I know. I wore the wrong hat today.
Yeah.
So I ran down the mountain, and I got to a point where I was like, okay, I don't know where you're at. So I started doing lost cow and trying to like locate this bull. And he bugled again and he invited me over. And I was like, went back to the puppy dog whines and kept running at him. And I got to a point where I was pretty sure this is the ridge this bull's coming to the edge of. And I was like, okay, I now need to bring this bull the rest of the way because he is in a spot that if I cross it, I'm busted.
Yep.
And so I went to a contact bus. And that's just telling the bull, hey, I've come this far. You come the rest of the way. Well, he bugled at me and said, no, you're going to come over here. And I immediately smashed my bugle tube and bugled right back at him, telling him why the cow's not coming over anymore.
Okay.
And that bull came over the top.
All right.
And to my surprise, it was a 340-inch bull.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
And
So what you told him was that there's another bull with her.
now there's an intruder bull in the
He
area.
snuck in quietly.
Yep. And he's now pulling that cow that has already shown all this interest in him, is now saying, no, I'm taking this cow. And he didn't like it.
Wow.
There's
He
like
came right over the top.
3 major little tidbits I'm taking away from that story. Like, one was bulls don't sneak and elk don't hide from elk.
Yep.
I think that's so huge because the only time we've busted elk is when we're all sneaky, right? Who are the things that sneak? Out of wolves, cougars, and people, right?
Yep.
And then that whole little sequence of calling, I mean, that's huge. I'm going to remember that forever. I'm filing that away in my little storage cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop quiz after this.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. And I didn't missing that bull. I clipped the limb and sent it over his back.
Oh,
Man.
But the pack out would have
Man.
been nice. The road was downhill just about 30 yards.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
I
goodness.
crossed another main dirt road.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
So, as you can tell, I like finding pockets that are overlooked.
Yeah.
I think that's such a big thing. Like, for me, like, that's all my spots. All my elk
Yep.
spots I've gotten into elk are exactly what that,
Yeah.
There's a main line and then, like, a steep something that people don't want to go down and then a whole bunch of habitat,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What's another thing that, and people don't even like put 2 and 2 together, but what is another thing that you probably do yourself every single day? You're not even realizing, like, it's just habit, it's routine, and you're doing it. You get up in the morning, you go hunting, what do?
I go pee.
No, you get done. You get done, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, you're like, I'm getting
Go
a little
take a nap.
hungry.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're going back to camp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I see.
Yeah.
What are those elk doing? They're still up.
Yeah.
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 They're still moving around. They still got to breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you at camp?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Get back back out there.
Yeah.
If you can't get it in your pack and have enough for snacks and water because it's too full, then get a different pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
For
out there, be out there, because a lot of the elk that we're killing is between 10 and 2.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Where is everybody at?
My
They're in
wife-
their camps.
My wife killed her bull at like 2:00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Everybody's back at camp.
Huh.
They're resting. They're relaxing. They're like, all right, now we're going back to the evening hunt. What are the elk doing?
They're still doing their
They're
thing.
going back into transition to their feeding areas.
Yeah.
Right.
By the time you get to their feeding area, what's going on? It's too
Yeah.
dark to shoot.
Yeah.
So you're chasing elk that are moving again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Why?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say that they won't hunt elk when they're bedded. What do you think they mean by that?
Say that again.
Like they won't hunt elk when they're bedded.
I don't know why people don't hunt elk when they're bedded. I think a lot of it is because they don't understand. Okay. If I dog a herd and he puts his herd to bed where the bull feels safe, I'm going to do all I can to kill that bull in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to get within that 100, 150 yard range.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a slow play, or I'm going to do a breeding sequence.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep that bull from bedding down, and I'm going to force him over to come check out this fake hot cow
Yeah.
that is now in his area that he hasn't heard before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hunt those elk there in their beds
Yeah.
because I know he's not leaving.
Which is like half the battle when you find elk is them leaving.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt too. But I've just, so many conversations I've had with people, like not necessarily podcasts or anything, but like, just talking to people who elk hunt, and they tell me a story about how, they found the elk but they were already bedded, so then they went back out and waited, I never really understood that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'll have to talk to someone again who, next time I hear that, I'll have to ask them, why? Just find out why.
Well, it's such
Yeah.
a foreign concept. Like, you're gonna leave at midday to go hang out at camp when you're elk hunting. Like, I've never done that. I've never stopped halfway through a hunting day. Such a weird concept to me. But
I've fallen asleep in the woods many times.
yeah, but you're still
I
out
don't
there.
go back to the truck,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you drive around, what is everybody doing? They're chilling out in camp. They're playing cornhole. They're drinking beer. They're eating breakfast.
Yep.
Oh man, that does not sound like my type of elk hunting.
No, not mine either.
Yeah.
You got to find the right people to hunt with,
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah,
there's
there's-
always wallows and stuff, right? Bulls, when do they wallow? Usually that 2 to 3 o'clock, 4
Yeah,
o'clock,
when it's hot, right?
and when it's hot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
they're
they're not doing it at
bothered.
night.
The cows are in bed. They're like, all right, everything's safe. Sit on
chill
a
out.
wallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the wind in your favor. Sit on the wallow.
Yeah.
Thrash it out a little bit, especially if you find a well-used wallow. These are things that people don't think about.
Yeah.
But
And that's where the tree stand hunters shine. Because I've known a couple of guys that have killed Roosevelts out of tree stands,
Yep.
and they set up close to a wallow or something. And I'm talking about west side Roosevelt elk,
Yeah.
And they just, for a week straight, will sit in the tree stand. So obviously they're not going back to camp because they don't have a camp. They're in the
Yeah,
tree stand
right.
all day long, and they'll get them in the middle of the day like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys that sit in tree stands, they know that eventually if they sit there long enough, an elk is going to pass through. Maybe not the elk they're after, but an elk will come through there.
Yeah.
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 Man,
I, on the other hand, love playing games.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
Being active and finding them, and
I can't do that.
uh-huh.
It's hard to sit in one spot.
It is. It's really hard to sit in one spot. And man, I tell you, I hear a bull bugle, like, I just gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get how people can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Props on them. A
Yeah.
lot of those guys are killing bulls every year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is great.
Most of them aren't even calling.
Nope.
They're just,
They're just sitting there. They're
Yeah.
either on trail or water or
Uh-huh.
a bedding area somewhere they know that these elk, they love being in there,
yeah.
and that's what they do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I just prefer a different method.
Yeah.
So, but I also don't go out and, like we discussed earlier, I don't go out and challenge everything.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Until it's time.
Until it's
Yeah.
time to finally give them the challenge. And I kind of use I like to put elk calling as like a bar fight.
Mm.
If somebody comes in and everybody's all chill and whatnot, and some dude just walks in and says, "Let's fight,"
Yeah.
what happens?
Now you're doing a
push,
muscle bugle.
you push him away,
Yeah.
and you just move on with your
You
night.
think there's something wrong with that guy?
Right? And you're like,
Yeah.
what's up with this dude, right?
Yeah. He's on drugs.
But if this same guy were to come in, and first he's like all chill and cool, and then he starts poking and
Uh-huh.
prodding, and
Slap your wife in the butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he starts like doing stuff that you're like, hey, not cool.
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, he's got out of you what he wants. You're gonna fight him.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, the same thing with elk calling.
Yeah.
If I get a lethargic bedded bull, I'm gonna set up and I'm gonna do a slow play, and I'm gonna do a couple soft cow calls, and I'm gonna wait. And most time, he's not gonna bugle.
Yeah.
He's just not. He does not care. Other than there's a new cow over there, he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
What makes him think that? I've done nothing to make him think that cow's in heat. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
I will come back and I will, like 2 minutes later, I will cow call again. And it's just some soft cow calls, maybe a couple of loud ones mixed in there. It's not anything like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will do it again. But when I'm done with that third time, I'm probably taking a stick and I'm tickling the branches now. Now I'm planning into that bull's mind, there is another bull in the area who is now displaying for this cow. And why is he displaying for the cow?
Yeah.
Now this bull's like, oh, okay.
She might be in heat.
She might be in
Yeah.
heat. Like, now he's paying attention a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Then I'll go back to the cow calls. Maybe I get a little whinier, and I'm getting a little harder to hit on it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going back to the bugle tube. Maybe I'm doing a little moaning. I'm glunking a little bit. I'm braking a little harder, moving the ground a little bit. And then I go back to the cow calls. And, she's whining. She's really getting this moany thing going on, right?
Yeah.
I'll go back to bugling. Now I'm acting like I'm hooking her, and I'm trying to push her around. And the whole time, I'm moving all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not me just sitting in one spot. This is also me understanding, like, I have to keep my eyes
Yeah.
focused on the direction that this bull is at in case he decides, I'm going to slip in quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? Most of the time, he's not. We're going to get him to get up. We're going to bugle at him. And he's going to bugle back at us. Eventually, he's going to try and call that cow over. That's, obviously, we don't have a realistic cow there. It's just a fake.
Yeah.
But he's going to try and call her over. Then we're going to go back. We're going to do it again. And I'm going to tell that bull, stay away. This is my cow. Don't come over here. Well, that's going to tick that bull off. I'm going to go back to talking to the cow, and I'm going to ignore him.
Wow.
All right? And he's going to call he's going to try and call to the cow again.
Got it.
I am going to lip ball, and it's going to fire this bull off. Like, when I hit that lip ball, he is going to fire off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as he fires off, I cut him off and hit him with a challenge. It is done. That bull is now coming in, and I'm going to kill that bull.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Man.
you got to build the temperature,
Yep.
work the bull up, and
Yep.
And you doing
100%.
that by
Get him
yourself, or you
I'm
your
doing it all by
partner
myself.
going back and forth? Man.
I can do it all by myself.
Yeah, I don't know enough about elk hunting.
Is it easier to have multiple callers?
It is way easier to have a collar, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
way easier because I can be in the back and I can be doing all this stuff and thrashing and everything.
Yeah.
My shooter's 50 yards up there, and that bull has no idea.
So you don't even
Yeah.
have to do half the stuff to get them even closer, essentially. Yeah, that makes
Man,
sense.
yeah, because that's that final little bit. That's the worst to get
Yeah.
them through.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much to this, and like we said earlier, most hunters are playing checkers. Elk are playing chess.
Yeah.
You either get with the chess, or nothing happens.
You know what I feel like? As you're talking about the cadence of calling and everything, was like, you know how you watch a AI video now and you're like, and it looks really realistic, but we can tell it's AI. And I feel like that's us in the woods with the elk hearing us. They're like, oh, that's a human, right? They can
Yeah.
just tell.
That's kind of a good illustration because, yeah, for real, like, if I see AI, I'm like, instantly, like, I just know
Silly.
something about that's not real.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, they probably. Elk have
Yeah.
been dealing with AI for years. It's us.
Yeah.
Artificial elk. AE.
Yeah.
Elk intelligence.
Elk
There you go.
intelligence.
That's your new
Yep.
brand. Elk intelligence.
One of my fondest memories, without a doubt, is when I had her and her brother with me.
Oh, yeah. Your daughter?
and it was end of season. I had already killed my bull. My brother killed his bull. Like, we're packing our trailers up. And actually, it was just her brother, and me in the camp. And I was like, I want to know, is there an elk close by?
Yeah.
And so I brought out my bugle tube, and I bugled. Nothing. And I'm just doing location bugles. Nothing crazy. And I waited for a few minutes. And I bugled again. Nothing. And I was like, oh, probably nothing here. So then I went back to the trailer, and I'm hooking it up. And all of a sudden, a bull on the far ridge line comes over the top and starts screaming.
Oof.
And I was like, oh, okay. And so I waited, and the bull closed the gap. And so I was like, all right. So then I started like doing a slow play breeding sequence. I started acting like I had a hot cow. And now I'm telling him to stay back. Like, I don't want you near me. Well, that brought this bull even closer.
Nice.
And the funny part is like, we're second to last night of the season. It's still shooting light, and a car is driving by.
Wow.
Right?
Jeez.
And again, I waited till that car disappeared out of sight, and then I started bugling again. And that bull crossed that main dirt road that car just drove down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And called that bull into the camp.
Man. That's awesome.
And you poked him?
That's awesome.
I already filled my tag.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
It just comes down to understanding the behavior.
Wow.
yeah. So it
Wow.
was super cool. I love this game, this cat and mouse game, this chess game of calling to elk, knowing their language,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and learning from them.
Mm-hmm.
If you can ask any hunter, every year you're going to learn more and more from elk.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Man.
Get out there and do it.
Well, thanks for teaching me what I don't know. For you don't know what you don't know, and now I know a little bit of what I don't know. So yeah, it's been an awesome conversation. We're about an hour in, so I think we should call it.
Cool.
I'm getting antsy to go get some lunch and then shoot my bow. So we'll get after that. But thanks.
that's why you
Mike,
guys are here.
Yeah, absolutely. And to anyone listening, we want to invite you to come out. If you didn't make it out to Hoodoo this year, there's always next year, and then we'll be at Crystal Mountain the end of July 24th.
4th through the 26th.
24th through 26th. And so I'll get this episode out before then. You have a chance to come meet Mike and ask him about how to call an elk. And also have a great time shooting your bow.
Yeah.
But I'm Bryant.
I'm Jericho.
I'm Gage.
And I'm Mike.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you around.
Thank you.